Welcome back, everyone, to About Even. Number one betting show on the planet. Eddie, is that fair to say?
That's what they're saying, mate. Yeah.
That's what they're saying. We're back this week. We're just fucking ready to rip and tear into another round of rugby league. I wish there were more rounds of rugby league, punters and dribblers in the regular season. I don't think there's enough. We're calling for 40 games. 40 games of fucking rugby league in the regular season, then like 50 finals games. Shout out to Neds, obviously, who bring you this show. We love Neds. Shout out to Neds. Seb, Eddie, Rando, Tobler, Dave, everyone here. How are we all? How are we
Still
feeling?
reeling. Still, I haven't fully recovered.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Hacker Major, it provides sustenance for the soul, but
It giveth and it taketh
it giveth
away.
and it taketh. Absolutely.
Yep.
You get very excited, you get very pumped up. Maybe you make poor decisions. Great decisions. But also great decisions lead to poor decisions.
Yeah. It's just you get your soul fixed, right? You go to the gym to get your body right, maybe a bit of your mind everywhere, but soul stuff.
So it's sort of like spiritual chiropractic.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the walk to Mecca isn't fucking easy, right?
No.
But once you get there, you're obviously feeling something, and that's kind of what a Hacker Major is.
Yeah.
It's like the walk
It's
to
like
Mecca.
the walk to Mecca. Yeah.
No, that's actually very well put.
Yeah. Plenty of walking.
No, there's plenty of... Well, not us. We had a cart.
Well, I mean, spiritually.
Yeah, everyone else was walking.
Yeah.
But obviously, we booked carts for ourselves. We're all still recovering. You guys much more than I. I know that, Eddie's been very coy on specific times and everything that things wrapped up. I know that, his lovely wife, an avid watcher of the show, but she was away, so you're able to sort of
You don't kiss and tell, mate. It's as old as time
it's
itself.
as old as time. No, you don't.
You don't kiss and tell. All that we need to know, punters and dribblers, is that we gave it our very, very best.
Yeah. It would listen. It was you finished up between the hours of midnight and 6 a.m., 7 a.m.,
8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. You can pick your own time.
Just say midnight and midnight.
I'm not kissing and telling.
No, that's right. Whereas for you, Sebo, unfortunately, your lovely fiancée, she was probably awake waiting for you.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I was okay. Just arriving home was a bit tough, but the next day was all right because...
Did you sleep
Well,
most of it?
because you know why it was all right the next day? Because you knew you had rugby league, didn't you?
Yeah, because I knew I had rugby league. I watched all games of rugby league.
Yeah.
No fucking Peaky Blinders, no Thomas Shelby's, no Birmingham, none of that stuff.
None of that
just,
shit.
just watched every game.
Yep.
And just really looked at the players so I could get my bets sorted for this one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as if you're going to miss Cowboys, Broncos, Dolphins, Knights, Rabbitohs, Sharks, right? That's, phenomenal, unmissable Saturday rugby league. Again, let's, 30, 40, 50,
You must
60
have been.
rounds.
You must have been watching because you whipped the boys home. Sebo won the week 4 from 10.
Yep.
So you were whipping the boys home.
You won.
Yeah.
You got 4 from 10.
Yeah. Well, one of them was
Gracious.
the 10 into 10K. But yeah, no, it was pretty good. Are we going to go through them now, actually? Is that a good little segue?
Well, I think that was what Eddie was going for there, Sebastian.
But do we want to do it in order?
Roosters, Seagulls. Listen, everyone thought Manly would win, and they didn't.
No.
And so no one salutes. It's as simple as that. Warriors, Titans. Everyone thinks that the Warriors will hump them, and they didn't.
No, they didn't.
So DWZ 2 pluses. He scored one. No
Metcalf.
OBs. No Carney Peas.
Daddy needed a Metcalf.
No Carney Peas let people down. Panthers defeat Storm. Sebo salutes. So does the Lippy.
I'm a hosking away from saluting, and so are you, Edward.
Honestly, in this game, set as a textbook bet, Rando might be able to figure this out. Maybe it's a bit too hard, but if Penrith versus anyone in the top 6, maybe top 8, it's unders and it's critter scores. It just is that way, right? If they're versing a good team, they put their defense up, and then critter usually scores because he's a big game player.
I respect that textbook. That's textbook shit right there. I do respect
475 unders into critter. I mean, it is textbook.
Yeah.
It really is.
Broncos defeat Cows,
Cowboys. This is textbook as well. Broncos -4 overs. Broncos -4 was the most outrageous line.
And they did that without Reynolds, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so...
Who's their backup? Is he Jack Cogger?
Jock Madden.
Jack Cogger, Jock Madden.
Jake
could
Mamo.
be the same people.
Yeah.
Right?
They
No
almost
disrespect.
listen.
They must be the same. Have you ever seen them in the same room together?
Like, it's just a bloke changing his name.
who's the fucking backup 7 at Penrith?
Jack Cogger.
Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry, that's Jack.
You
Cogger.
just you got
All
it.
those players are like.
So Jack Cogger is Jack Madden's alias.
Jock Madden.
Yeah. But if there was like a PlayStation game and that, none of these rugby league games ever have a lot of funding, all those characters would be the same avatar. You know what I mean? And they just be the same face and just the jersey changes.
Adam Clune probably in there as well.
We didn't have enough budget.
No. Well, listen, we spent all of the money on like the top 20 players. And then, obviously we had to use generic white avatar for a few.
Imagine if the next rugby league game came out, it was Jock Madden 23.
Jock and Jack Madden.
Oh, it's Madden 20.
They're the cover boys.
Jock Madden. Madden, what the fuck? Broncos -4 into overs was a good bet.
That was, you got the overs from an intercept last play, intercept. So
Well, listen.
You got to be thanking Cobbo for that.
Gods be good. Walsh as well. Salutes for Sebo.
Yeah.
Tom, old greedy guts, Tom Birmingham there, fucking tries to go out on another hunt.
Yeah, dude, I
What
came
a
back.
dumb bet.
Yeah, you know what, dude? Yeah, it was. But I had a taste for blood and I was going back.
But if I get like an Azaki or a Stags, like it's the same as eating like you go out somewhere and have a really nice meal or something like, oh fuck, this is like an $80 steak or like a lamb shoulder. You want to savor that in your mouth. You're not going to go and walk out and just like go get a sausage roll from the 7-Eleven.
Dude, this
even
is
if
more
you're
lamb
hungry.
shoulder
No, but
than bet.
you didn't even get.
But you're not
going to
eat back-to-back lamb
Mate,
shoulders.
what are you talking about? We get sushi every single day for lunch in this joint.
But you
I am a
risked it.
creature of
you
habit.
risked it. Now you don't have a stag wrangle memory. You got a failure memory.
No,
That's what
dude,
I'm saying.
I don't have. I've got a fucking
You didn't dine
stag
out
wrangle
on your
memory.
fucking hunt.
No,
you didn't
dude,
dine
'cause
out.
it's not what it's about.
You tried
But
to get
stag,
a
but
and the old one's gone
But
wrong.
you can't compare a stag, a fucking huge stag, to a tiny little bit of tuna fucking sashimi, mate.
Well,
Like,
he's talking
you can
about
dine out
high-class
on
meals.
but you
He's
can
saying
dine
like a nice meal.
Yeah, but you've
Let me
gone
speak.
out.
You can dine out on that fucking once a day. You can't. Your stag will last you months.
Yeah, you should, now that one's gone rotten because you didn't tend to your original one.
Please, mate. I'm going again this week.
No, it's
What are
gone
you
rotten.
talking about?
Stag's
I'm
gone
going to
rotten.
wrangle again.
Stag's gone rotten. Knights defeat the Dolphins. Hastings 2+ was outrageous.
Well, he got one though, didn't he?
That's why it was outrageous.
I know. Didn't happen, but you know what? You got to be bold and brave in this life. And that was boldness and it was bravery.
Yeah, but it's amounted to absolutely fucking.
You know, he
nothing.
got in the DMs last week after you said that you didn't want to, because you had Hastings in gamble, and he was like, yeah, the bet you don't want to have a beer with these guys, bet. And then Hastings DM'd us and goes like, what the fuck? Why don't you want to have a beer with us? I'm like,
Well, I said people don't want to have a beer with them, but I said I'm going to have a beer with them. That's why I brought them along.
well, it's a good point, but
it's a fucking great point. Sharks defeat the Rabbitohs. Lot of red.
Yeah.
Cambo 2+, Trell Cody. Great week for Tom, really. A
Yep.
great week.
Yep.
Tane Milne 2+. No. Trell no. Cody no. Keon no. Nickera no. One solo little AJ amongst a sea of red.
Well,
Eels,
the Rabbitohs suck, that's why.
Eels defeat the Dragons 26-20. Red everywhere.
I mean,
Not a single bet.
did anyone watch this game though? Like, not just us. I mean, generally.
The Eels Dragons?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
God,
Like,
no.
how can, yeah.
Fuck no, I didn't watch that
Yeah.
game.
You can't get a leg on that. No one would have got a leg on that game whatsoever. Too boring,
Raiders 22 defeat Tigers 18. Sebi.
mate.
Sebi
like,
Chris over here.
Sebi Chris.
I was
Bastian.
I was a shell
Bastion, dude.
in the dog park
yeah.
Sunday, just with Wallace. Just he's running around doing his thing. I'm just a shell almost, just sitting on the park bench.
Staring at the
So
tree.
saw it like bang. I'm like, I'm gonna try to do a celebratory video, like, and I was like, oh, and just like collapsed. And just like, I'm like, nah,
No, can't do it.
I can't do it, especially like I just can't. Good to get a bet, but I was in not even autopilot. You know, it was more just like. It was more just there wasn't even an autopilot. I was just gliding, and I could have crashed. You know, I had no idea where I was going.
There's an argument to be made that you had already crashed. That you were actually already crashing. Bad beat for me, not getting Junior Tupou. What do you reckon? Tigers plus 11.5, Huddy Young. Junior Tupou.
No.
Pretty tough. 15-12.
No.
Bees dick away this week. Bees dick away.
10 to 10,000. Listen, what do you say? What do you say about it? I tried to rally the boys last week. I did my best. Tried to pump everyone up. And I'm just not getting much reception.
No.
I'm not getting a whole lot back.
Well, nor from yourself.
I can't even motivate myself.
No. intrinsic motivation, usually they say the best form. And, if you can't motivate yourself, how are you going to motivate us? It's really all on you at this point.
Yeah, trying to lead from the front's not happening. I've got a good bet this week, though. A really good bet. So, maybe. But wrapping up best, Carney P, 2 post salutes for Sebo. The unit scooper, just... business as usual, really. 3 from 8, 2 from 4, 1 from 3, 2 from 6.
Yeah.
Just shit.
Extend the season.
Extend
the season.
I mean, listen, I'm talking to you, St. Peter. Yeah. If you're thinking about, adding 2 games without consulting with the players in moving forward, I think we just need to potentially look at going backwards.
I don't think they are looking at adding 2 games, but I do think part of it is they want to be able to without consulting the players.
Right.
If we want to.
If you want to have the flexibility to add more games,
Without
that's
asking,
because
you might want to
you're thinking about adding 2 more games.
Don't do that though. But if you had more teams, I get it. If you have more teams, you have more games. But let's just.
We don't actually.
Well, that's a great point. You don't have to.
Let's just cut. The season should be over now.
We should be in the finals.
Yeah, we should be in the finals.
Yep.
It's finals time.
Anyway, let's get to some leaderboard stuff because
Sebo retains his lead minus 30.1. I'm
7
second.
units, dude. That's nice for you. So you needed that.
I did.
I was 4.88. I'm minus 33.38. Tom minus 61.12. Lippy minus 81.2.
Kids down on units right now.
Mate, you're in the 3s.
Yeah. Kids all the way down. That's almost why I'm calling for the end of the season. Let's just get this thing wrapped up. Get me out of here. Get me onto a sunbed somewhere. Just
So you've given up.
no, but the end of the season needs to come.
Kids giving up.
Mate, imagine if I hit Nazaki here. I'm going to be up 2 units. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh,
anyway.
God. Right, let's get into it.
Let's get into some
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Boys. Well
Seb.
done.
The belt stays in front of you. It went to Eddie for 4 minutes, and now it's back with Sebo. First game. Thursday night, Brookvale Oval, Manly take on the Panthers. We're doing a live stream. Hello Sport YouTube, 8 p.m. or whenever the fucking game starts. It might be earlier now. Scope and Mace joining us of Levels Podcast Network fame, but also of former NRL players fame, of former Manly players fame. Good stuff, good positive omens. They're joining us. Manly, disrespectful, $8.50. The Panthers, $1.07. The line is 20 points and the over-under 43.5 points. Rando.
First of all games in Australia will be nice and dry for a bit of a weather update. The Seagulls, as you mentioned, at $8.50 is the longest odds they have been at home since as long as my data stretches back to, which is 2009. Their highest odds win is $3.62 in that time against Para in 2020. And they have lost 6 of the 7 games where they've been beyond $3.62 by 13 plus points. And that's where I think I'll be taking them. They have won 5 of the last. The Panthers have won 5 of their last 6 at Brookie, scoring 40 plus in their last 2, so that makes sense. For try scorers, said it last week, the left edge of Manly is their weak point. They've leaked 30% of Manly's tries exclusively down there. The Panthers, they're scoring 28% of their tries down that right edge, so it is the perfect matchup. Brian To'o is an obvious choice here, but I do like the value of Zach Hosking lining up at right centre, as the Panthers' right centre has scored in 4 of the last 5 games against Manly.
All right, Rando, you fucking bastard. That was all negative. Eddie,
You're
what are you doing?
$8.50. Let me rip.
Who's out? Who's out for Manly? Yeah.
I don't know that it's about that.
But
I mean, Tom Trebojevic.
I know.
Matt Lodge, one of the great front rowers.
ACL. Dude, we actually do. We got Turbo out, Paseka out, Alloy out, Lodge out. Jeff Tuvey retired a while ago, but he's not playing.
Is Manly
we've got serious out.
We got some serious.
But is this is Manly, is this just a write-off year and then you're sweet next year? Or
Well, you certainly.
And I'm talking at least from you're getting given $8 odds to try beat just a normal team.
Well, who's a fucking normal team? They're back-to-back premiers, about to win 3 on a trot. They're not a normal fucking team. And we've got many players out, you fuck. Listen, I've got Manly plus 20 triple stakes. Just fuck you. Fuck everyone who's given Manly plus 20. I think we do we just D up. We D up. I'm not ruling out a victory, but Manly plus 20. $1.90, triple steak. Fuck off. Edward.
Mates, listen. Yeah, dire times at the club. Dire times. And it makes you really question everything, I think. And it makes you look for leadership. It makes you look for a helping hand. And it makes you look for a friend, because I'm a friend in need. And I can't go past Skip, DCE. Like, if you can't drag me out of this hole I'm in, mate, then no one can. I'm looking for you for guidance. I'm looking to you for leadership. I'm looking to you for a rugby league try at any time. 575, mate. I'm not asking for fucking huge wins. I'm not asking for fucking 4 tries. I'm not asking you to win 13 plus. I'm just asking for you to cross the chalk for me. That's it. That's all I need.
You can hear, because Eddie obviously quite a loud, boisterous man. That's a broken spirit. Right?
You're pleading.
I'm fucking
that's
on
a
my
broken spirit.
Skip. Listen here, Skip. I'm on my knees, mate. I'm begging you.
Bit of a DCE. He's our man. If he can't do it,
No one can.
Sort of an energy.
Like, please, Skip. Please, Skip. Please, Skip. I need this, mate. We need this. The club needs this.
Would the club need one try against the Bears?
Please, mate.
Just get one try.
Please.
Sebo?
Look, what was the score last? Penrith pumped him last time.
Yeah. And that was with Turbo as well.
With Turbo.
With Turbo.
What was it?
I think it was like 46 to 6 or something.
perfect.
Oh, no, 46 to 12.
Was that at Manly? Was that like last year? Started last year?
Yeah, this year.
That was at the start of this year, and they also beat them. They beat them 42 to 12 last time they met.
Yeah, well, that was when we did our live fucking chat at Brookvale. When we got fucking flogged by Penrith. Remember that?
Oh, at the start of
President's
last
Lounge?
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lounge.
No.
That wasn't this year. That was the start of last year.
Didn't we get pumped at the start of last year at DY at the club, the pub? That chat was the year before that.
Jesus, that long ago? Well, there you go. Well, they have a habit of it, right? Still, plus 20's good. Triple stage.
What we do know is that someone from Penrith, maybe 2, maybe even 3, is scoring 2 tries, because this is one of those games where you can't pick just 4 random try scorers. You have to do the double up to get any sort of value. Like that Rando mentioned, I've got him for the 2+. He someone's going 2+. He has to be one of the main guys you're looking at. Then a critter. Throwing a critter on top of someone who's a 2+, 6.15. Because these games, if you don't throw a 2+ in your multis, you end up just with $12 for like 5 try scorers. So go with 2+. Doesn't matter who it is, but someone's doing it, and then throw in critter.
Sure. I mean, sure. Manly plus 20 from the Lippy. Sorensen Cooler. Who is the Lippy?
Oh, the Lippy.
Sorry, Lippy.
He hit a huge...
Imagine him, he's watching going, what the fuck, dude? The one time we just don't mention. We almost shouldn't mention him the whole time.
Don't mention him.
His name is Clayton Bridges.
Beep it out. He sounds like a killer from America. Like, you know what I mean? Like Clayton Bridges, like he's fucking been hoarding bodies in a well or some shit.
And he's...
Clayton Bridges sounds like,
Yeah, it's from Ozark
Swamp
or something.
people.
Yeah,
Ozark, exactly.
Yeah, real
we saw some
Ozarky.
swamp people last
we
night.
did. We saw some swampies there.
Serious
bro.
swampies.
Yeah.
Oh, like...
Swamp folk city.
That's what I love about the South Coast. The deeper you get, it gets a little swampy down there. You know, real like tinny crime stuff.
Yeah,
like, you know,
tinny crime, dude.
Tinny crime. This guy sounds like a tinny crime.
Yeah, this
guy.
guy does sound like tinny crime.
You know,
Like driving around the
that's
marshes like,
that's
you
like
lost.
a dead body in a tinny, and he's like going to dump it in a lake.
stealing some oils. Yeah, anything from just a bit of stealing,
But they're
dead
like
body
lake
dumping.
people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not really river folk. Like swamp people are more like it's a contained body of water, however big it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but I think it's like the real thing is like, can you commit multiple felonies from a tinny? It's like,
how many
if
guns
you're in
have
a
you
big-
thrown into the lake that have you been using a
If you're in an
motor?
inlet or a big lake or a swamp, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
your tinny is your steed.
Yeah.
Your tinny's your Steve.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking oath. Tinny bad.
Yeah, dude. What's Tinny doing?
Tinny, Manly 20 plus, Sorensen Cooler, 57.60.
That's a guy. That's a guy fucking who
That's a
spends
guy who
lot of
takes
time
great
in a
pride in his tinny.
Yeah, fucking oath.
That's real tinny bet
That's
stuff.
good stuff. Next up, we've got Sharks and the Titans at Shark Park. Sharks are $1.35, Titans 360. The line's 10.5 over under 49.5 points. Rando.
The Sharks, they have a great record against the Titans, winning their last 8 games against them. They also have a great record against bottom teams, as we know, winning 8 of their last 9 games at home against them, by 6 of which have been by 13 plus. So don't mind the Sharks, the line here. For try scorers, the Titans have conceded 8 tries on their left side in the last 4 games, with the right second rower scoring in 3 of the last 5 games. David Fafita at left second row missed 7 tackles last weekend against the Warriors, so I do like Britton Nickera to cross over. He's also a Friday night specialist, scoring in both Friday games the Sharks have played this season.
All right.
What do you think about Mulatalo, mate?
Oh, well, Mulatalo at Shark Park is just a given.
And he's playing like
absolute
$1.30. I mean, I'm taking
He's a dollar. He's a dollar. Yeah.
I feel like he's gone. He's been out. How long's he been out for? 3 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. He's just charging up.
Was he just
Charging up like a fucking
crystal,
like a crystal, mate. You put it out in that moonlight. Ooh, baby.
Has that been out of that? I feel like that crystal might be drained.
Yeah.
You haven't put that out in the moon for fucking ever since you got it.
Is there like a...
What?
in through the window.
Yeah,
mate.
right. That curtain has been closed since it was installed.
No, I open it.
You know when you get like a reptile, I used to have blue tongues, and you get the lights that have the special UV, so you don't need a sun.
Like
is there,
solarium.
is there moon ones for that so you can charge your crystals indoors? You know what I mean?
Well, what else? Is there crystal water?
Don't you charge moon water? Don't you charge water in the moon, and then you can put the crystal in the water?
Yeah, and you can sell moon charged water.
Yeah, right.
Fucking quite a racket.
Pete, you got to have a lot of disposable income to waste it on charged moon water, I assume. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, no, because if you believe in the power of charged moon water, you like that's.
But people buy bath water and shit.
Yeah.
online.
Yeah, but like what I mean is,
It's like buying food, mate.
But do you reckon like if you've got the money to blow on moon juice or whatever, like do you think you maybe have too much money?
Well, listen, I'm saying we spent a lot of money on
Dumb shit.
on some dumb things.
Yeah,
You know
guess
what I
that's
mean?
true. I guess that's true.
But I think Mulatalo comes back charged up, punters and dribblers. That's what I think. He's at Shark Park against the Titans. Titans are fucking. They could go out.
It has been full moon as
Titans.
well. Sorry,
It
just
has
to go
been
back.
full-
He's been sitting in the moon for the last couple.
He's been charging up. He's been charging up. Mulatalo 2 plus 320. I'm going to triple it. Fuck it. I'm tripling it.
Another fun fact while you triple it, he's up against Philip Sammy, who is his cousin. So bit of cousin rivalry.
I don't know whether that actually makes it any worse. Maybe you want to.
You like scoring on your cards.
Yeah, but maybe he wants to maybe Phil Sammy, who's not a bad player, maybe played Origin, but like he's a bit.
He did.
He might want to get up on his cousin as well.
It's a cousin off.
Anyway,
Fuck it. You got to live once, bro.
No, you do.
You live.
You
Well,
don't
yeah,
have
you
to
have-
live once. You
well-
only live once.
Exactly. So you have to.
That's a good point. I like Titans plus 10.5. Just a vibe thing. Who the fuck knows? 10.5 rugby league points isn't nothing. Sharks are sort of shit, even though they beat the Rabbitohs, but maybe the Rabbitohs are also shit. Connor Tracy's a good rugby league footballer. He's playing rugby league, so that works out for me. So I'm going to have him in as a try scorer. And then David Fafita has always delivered for me this season. Every time I've been on him, I'm pretty sure he's gone over. Other people around David who have maybe been in my multis have not delivered. So I'm hoping that this is a different, I'm changing my stars. Titans plus 10.5. Tracy Fafita, $12.95. Some would say that's not that much.
No.
Cute.
Mine's less
Cute.
though. I'm taking Titans plus 10.5 as well because it's like the Sharks. Yes, they beat the Bunnies last week, but the Bunnies are we're in a bit of a lull before we get back into the swing of the end of the season. But the Sharks barely beat anyone aside from that. And yes, the Titans aren't a top 8 team, but they're playing kind of top 8 footy. Kind of. So 10.5 is a bit of a, like, gobble that up. And then Mulatalo, Carney P.
Sharks are back.
Yeah, Sharks aren't back.
Sharks are back.
Sharks are the cheerleader effect team, and they just got like in for 1 second. They were in like the limo with the cowboy hat girl, like woo! And now they're out of it again. You
They
know
got
what I
kicked
mean?
out of the limo because
Like,
everyone else in the limo
yeah.
was like, oh, these guys aren't hot.
Oh yeah. So that Sharks aren't back.
Sharks are back.
Sharks aren't
Not
back.
back.
Sharks are back.
5-14.
What was our
You wanna talk about my
what was our
shit odds?
side bet?
Those are shit odds.
What was our side bet last week?
Yeah, I got it. King of the side bet. I reckon if we had the actual cash.
Good memory, Ed. Probably should
King of the side bet.
You needed it as well because you were out.
Mate, I should have basically all the money.
Where's all your money going?
Every time I walk in, they come and they take more money out of it. So
That's not true. That's misleading. That's a gross.
That's highly.
I don't even have my piggy bank. I don't know where the fuck it's gone. Eddie's hoarding it all over there.
That's egregious. I don't even know if that's the right word.
What's the tinny murderer doing?
Mulatalo, AKP, David Fafita, over 49.5, $12.06 rugby league cents. Punters and dribblers,
Beautiful.
make of that what you will.
You will. Well done, Eddie. Well done to everyone. Next up, Broncos Eels. Woo! At the Gabba, Broncos $1.28, Eels $3.70, line 11.5, over under 47.5 points. Rando, what's up?
Whilst the Broncos have only won 2 of their last 8 games against the Eels in Brisbane, they have won their last 3 games against Para when they've been the favourite. Parramatta, they haven't been great outside of Sydney, only winning 1 of their 5 interstate games this season, and that win was to the dismal Finns. They have also lost and failed to cover the line in their last 3 games against top 8 teams, so I do like the Broncos at minus 11.5 for try scorers. The Eels' left edge defence has leaked 8 tries in their last 3 games. This week, they've plugged Dejan Arce at left centre. He has played 4 games at centre in his career and conceded a try to the opposite centre in 3 of those games, which means it is a good time to wrangle a Stags. He scored last time these 2 teams met earlier this season as well.
Great to hear. Great to hear. What's going on there, Ed? What are you doing?
Hot boys this week, punters and dribblers.
No,
hot
you're
boys.
Swinging.
Yeah, I'm just swinging.
Oh, okay. I was like, you're swinging? Was that all? Was just for the swinging's sake?
Just, mate. Don't you enjoy a good swing?
No, I do. I wasn't. That's a bit ab swing. Like, you could sell that on Dano's Direct, like just by the nature. If you're not swinging with your upper body, but you actually just swing with your lower body, you're engaging.
I would love to have a fucking product on Dano's Direct.
Does
I would
still
love
exist?
to have one. Yeah, of course.
Does it?
I mean,
Well, a variation of
what
it.
did digital marketing like eat up?
No, dude. 'cause
No,
there's still old people sitting at
daytime
home.
TV is still massive,
Yeah, right.
mate. Daytime TV
Mate,
is still.
this actually does work though. If you're using your lower body to swing yourself from side to side, not only are you helping with your extension of your back,
Look at this.
but I'm feeling it in my lower abs.
Yeah, but you've got to twist. You've got to twist on your own terms.
Yeah,
you can't
what's-
use your hands.
No, it's not your hands. It's your lower body doing it. You need a twisty chair though as well. If you don't have one of those, it's going to be tough.
Shout out to the Abswing Pro and shout out
Must
to
be
my
that
mum
breath.
for buying one.
Yeah, we had a
You had
total
all of that
gym.
shit, didn't
No, we
you?
had a total gym from Chuck Norris.
Oh, Dad had a total gym in the office as well.
Dad had
No one ever
Dad
used
had
it.
some sort of those gyms where you can like pull the fucking
and then this
pull
one,
down.
yeah, and then the legs.
Yeah, the legs. He had that sort of shit.
I didn't have any of that, but my sister, like, when Miss Congeniality came out and there's
Great
like
film.
workout scene of her boxing and stuff, and I think my sister was like, I need a boxing, like, I'm like, you're never going to use this, and so she got a boxing thing, didn't use it once.
Didn't use it once?
Yeah, just Miss Congeniality,
Yeah,
like I can be a, like...
That's probably why I got my boxing bag. I love Miss Congeniality.
Great movie.
Great movie.
1 and 2.
Well, two's not. One's the goat.
Yeah, but you're not gonna watch Miss Congeniality 2 if it's on.
To be honest,
raining?
look,
Well,
I
if you watch Miss Congeniality 1, you're watching number 2.
Yeah, because you're already in, right? But like to start at 2, you sort of do
We're not going to start it. No, you
wouldn't start it.
Well, but remember the old Foxtel days? I know that Foxtel still exists for some people, the set-top boxes of you out there, but like you just sort of happen across a movie that's like, fuck it, I'll watch Miss Congeniality 2. I'm not that guy.
Oh, you wouldn't watch it?
I'd need to have seen one.
I miss the old Foxtel days where you get sent before you had the record thing, you'd get sent the like guides for the whole month. And you're like, all right, what movies are coming on? Coming on this month.
Or when new movies are coming, you're like, holy fuck, Miss Congeniality.
Different, simpler times.
They were.
Anyway.
Not the point.
That has
have you said
nothing to
anything
do
about
with-
the Broncos and the Eels yet? You did say something, didn't
absolutely.
you?
Wrangle a Stags is all you have to
good
take.
to
It's got nothing to do with my bet, which is basically a Hot Boys bet. I've been here before, and it's saluted for me, and I've come back again. Walsh, Ricky, Herbie.
Ricky back from injury. Good
Ricky
for you,
back.
Rick.
Ricky's hot. Herbie's hot. Walsh hot. 1969 for 3 Hot Boys.
Great year, 1969. I think that was the year Shane Warne was born, just as a side note.
That's actually fucking great. 1969, I've got Hot Boys.
It's a lot of people's
know if that
pins for their
necessarily makes it
phones as
different.
well. Like a lot of
Is it?
yeah, because I always set it up and go, this is warning. A
What's
lot of
hotter
people
than a-
use this.
Why? So we're now to get into your phone.
Well, it's just like I think because it sounds cool and it's just got like a 1960. Like a lot of people use 19.
What's hotter than the 69? What's hotter than that?
That's. I didn't even think about that.
What's
I was
hotter
thinking
than
about
that?
the year 1969.
There's a reason everyone gets a bit giddy when they hear 69 because they just go, ooh, yeah,
That's
okay.
hot.
That's
Yeah,
hot.
yeah. That's fair. I've got Cobbo 2 plus. Cobbo. Oh, careful ab swing. Did you undo your whole chair there by swinging? That's some powerful abs. I've got Cobbo 2 plus, and then I'm using Cobbo to help me wrangle a Stags.
This is getting a bit old.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
No, I'm just telling you, it's getting a bit old.
It's not so much about wrangling a Stags anymore because I've already got one. I just think Stags will score.
It's getting old.
I'm going. To be honest, I'm really trying to wrangle a Cobbo 2 plus, and Stags is actually helping me wrangle that. It's a different way of looking at it because I've already got a Stags. Sebo, you've got one as well.
I've got a couple, yeah.
Eddie doesn't have a Stag, so obviously he's on the other side of the fence like, oh, this is dumb. But, like, it's dumb you don't have one. So I'm using Stags to help me wrangle a 2 plus.
It is boring now. You know it's boring.
Oh, yeah,
it's a boring
really.
bet.
You know, you're doing a Hot Boys bet that you've already done, and I'm now using Stags to help me wrangle a Cobbo. So
2 seconds ago, you were loving that 69 rhetoric and you're eating it up with a
892.
spoon. Oh, I'm going to go back and get Stags again.
No, I've already got a Stags, dog. I'm getting a double Cobbo.
Boring. People are yawning at home, mate.
Will because he's hot, Ricky because he's hot, and fucking AJ because he's always fucking scores.
They love that 69
he's
rhetoric,
always
mate.
fucking going to score. Pendleton is my
fuck, you're
boyfriend.
right.
Sebo, what are you doing?
Fuck, you're right. That 69 shit. Ooh, baby. Stags again, mate. Fucking wrangling again, mate.
Fucking wrecked. What are you doing?
Well, after all that, I'm trying to wrangle the Stags as well. And it's kind of, I've tried to do a combo of like, no like huge yarn, but it's more just using, I know Tom's hot for Stags at the moment, and then
season.
I'm taking someone out camping, you know, this might be a two-week wrangle or something, and I'm taking out someone, Eddie and Pinasini gone off a little bit, so I just need to hear the other side of the story. Campfire, fucking some biltong, you know, just man-to-man stuff, you know. I mean, look, he's Eddie's boyfriend, but I don't know how. Who knows what happens out there? But look, those two, 873.
Bit of tent stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, one man swag.
Yeah,
for the whole
nice.
thing.
Really good stuff. What's our fucking weird swamp guy doing?
Cobbo, Ricky, and Russell, 14.29. Don't hate it.
No, I don't
I don't
hate
hate
it.
that.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate
it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Let's move on. Rabbitohs Dragons at Barlow Park. Don't know where that is, but that's where the game's on. Rabbitohs fucking pretty short, $1.10. Dragons $7. Like, Rabbitohs pretty shit. No disrespect. The line, as I burp, 18.5 points. The over/under 51.5 points. Rando.
7th NRL match going to be hosted at Barlow Park in Cairns up north. The first game since 2018. The Dragons, they're looking to make it back-to-back wins against the Bunnies since 2010. And while I don't think they will win, I do think that they could cover the line. The Rabbitohs, they've failed to cover the line in each of their last 6 games. And quite an interesting stat here is that the Dragons' biggest losing margin in a day game this year has only been 6 points. They've played about 6 or 8 day games as well. So fair field there. For try scorers, if you've listened to me every Tigers game, you've got to take the right winger against them. It's an absolute... Sorry, I'm in the wrong fucking scope. Not even talking about the Tigers. Never mind. For try scorers...
Rando's melting everyone.
Again.
Reboot, mate.
Rebooting. For try scorers, I'm stuck in the Rabbitohs Tigers game. The Dragons' left side defence is their weakest side, conceding 54% of their tries. The opposing right second rower has been cashing in lately against the Dragons, scoring 7 tries in the last 7 games. Keon is your man here. He has scored in 3 of his last 4 games against the Dragons.
Now, I'm not going to lie here, right? I was sort of following you, and then when you had like a bit of a malfunction, malware, someone did like Mac Keeper on him or something, and it just completely shut down. Streety downloaded Mac Keeper. I'm now a little bit lost as to what's going on.
Streety downloaded Mac Keeper on Carly's computer, everyone. Yeah. And...
Completely
fucked it. And he thought he was doing the right thing.
He thought he was doing it. He's like, this is nice. Oh, this is a little pop-up to clean.
A random pop-up popped up on probably a site.
Yeah, well, it was a site that was streaming fucking illegally movies or watching porn.
Yeah.
And he downloaded it. So, good for him.
Good for him.
Sebo, what are you doing?
I am just going Trill 2 Plus again. I've been on the Trill 2 Plus for a few weeks in a row. I'm not about to jump off the horse just as he's about to salute. So Trill 2 Plus, even $5, which I like there. But he's coming out 2+1 in these games, and I'll be damned if I'm not going to be on it. You know what I mean? I'm at that point. Yeah.
Do you want to hear, like, this is possibly the most disgusting bet I've ever done in my life? I think, anyway. Dragons plus 18.5. Like, I don't... And again, they're a DMC team. Like, I don't reckon I've ever bet on the Dragons.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe
it's
in
a
the
big
history of the
line,
show.
though.
But you see 8.5 points, and they're like, it's South, but I'm like, Dragons... It just looks gross. Dragons plus 8.5 and Ravalawa 2 plus.
Oh, it's a disgusting bet. But like, it is a line that because Dragons have this ability to just like bring teams into like boring,
Like the
shit
Tigers.
watching footy. You know what I mean? Like, you probably get beaten, but you just suck the life out of everyone in their living rooms. And so that's a big line for those sort of teams. But yeah, adding on the Ravalawa, 2 plus.
2 plus
Pretty
Ravalawa.
gross.
Yeah. And I'm only getting $10 for all that to happen. So, listen, I actually think it gets up now that I've spoken about it in the public.
Possibly. I've gone Dragons plus 8.5 as well. I think the Bunnies going like a busted ass. And the Dragons, I can see them hanging around. I've got a weird feeling, backed up by absolutely nothing, that games in the country, there's always a lot of tries scored. They don't seem to be games where you go there and they're really tight, fucking grinding affairs.
Yeah.
It feels like if you're going out to the bush, you're going to put on a show for the people.
Bit of a bush footy show.
Bush footy show and scored a lot of points. Dragons plus 8.5 into overs. 429.
What was that? Overs again? 51?
51.5.
That's a big fucking overs, bud. 51.5. Goodness gracious. That's some bush footy points. And what is...
26 each. Bang, done. Hit.
What's Lippy doing? No,
Nothing
you're right.
crazy.
That's
Nothing crazy.
good math.
AJ 2. Well, hang on.
I've just copied it in, but yeah, he has AJ and AJ 2 plus. In
He
his
doesn't
bets.
understand.
He doesn't understand
No, he's
it,
a
but I
swamp
just
guy.
thought I would just, he's a swamp guy.
So he's got AJ 2 plus Trell and Tass, 1345.
Well, he's got AJ and AJ 2 plus and Trell and Tass.
Right.
But it's still only paying 13.45.
Listen, you're not getting... If AJ scores 2, you don't get 2 legs.
No, you don't get him for 1 if he scored 2 and get him for 2 as well. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Anyway, let's leave that Swampman where he rests. Tigers Warriors at FMG Stadium, Waikato. Doesn't that roll off the tongue? $5.20 for the Tigers, $1.17 for the Warriors. The line, 15.5 points, over under 48 points.
Predicted to be wet in NZ for this one, and that does fancy the Tigers a little bit here because they're 50% this season when it is raining and have covered the line in both games. Brooksy has also proven to be a difference maker with the Tigers as they have covered the line in each of the last 4 games they've played where he's lasted the full 80. On top of that, the Warriors have never won at Waikato. They've lost all 3 games they've played at the venue. For try scorers, going back to the malfunction before, if you listen to me, every Tigers game, you've got to take the right winger against the Tigers. It's an absolute moral. DWZ is your man. Of course, I think he's only $1.38 for this one. So if you are looking for more value, then you might find it in Adam Pompey at $3.15.
wow.
The left centre has scored in 5 of the last 6 games against the Tigers.
Like the Pompey.
I had him in there, and not for any reason other than like I added DWZ and Nofaluma because Nofaluma got over me last week, adding DWZ, and then I just tried to find someone in some sort of value bracket. And I haven't been on Pompey, and his name kind of looks like Pompeii, and I know a lot about Pompeii and Herculaneum, so that kind of
Shout
came
out to Pompeii, one of the earliest things I was shown as a kid where you're like, what the fuck? Like, volcanoes did this?
Yeah, shout out. Oh, yeah, I remember.
How much do you know about Pompeii?
I know a lot about
Okay,
Pompeii.
you know a lot.
What's your favourite fact about Pompeii?
It'd probably be more the architecture in Herculaneum, where it's the Italian architecture, where you've got the I forget the name, but basically the house is built around an outside living room, and then the rooms go off it because Herculaneum was used as more like a Hamptons back in the day.
Right, you're saying a lot about Herculaneum. And
But Pompeii and Herculaneum are right next to each other.
So it sounds
But
like you know a lot about Herculaneum.
yeah, I studied Pompeii.
Was Herculanean, is that where Hercules is from?
I think they named it after him, but no.
Now, do you think it was an outdoor living room because a volcano blew the roof off?
No, Vesuvius hadn't erupted for a while yet. I know my...
Why did they build a town next to a volcano that erupts?
Because I didn't know it was a fucking volcano.
They didn't know it was a volcano. Looks like one though.
There's volcanoes everywhere, though. Like, the Jib's a goddamn volcano.
That's what they say. I see that. I'm like, I think that was a bit of a fucking tale. That's like a hill.
Yeah, but you know where you can see a volcano?
Yeah, but the fucking the Jib in Barrel is not a volcano.
I know, but
that's got to be one of the great bull pools of all time. I'm like, that's a hill, motherfucker. Like,
Or maybe
where's
it's
the
all
crater?
the Southern Highlands people want to feel like they're in Herculaneum or
Yeah,
something.
dude,
And like,
for
it's a
sure.
volcano here in the Jib. Maybe that's it. But apparently the Jib's a volcano as well. And I found that out as a kid after watching fucking Volcano and Dante's Peak. And I was like, why are we living here?
Dante's Peak greater than Volcano. Sorry, Tommy Lee Jones. Or Tommy Lee Jones. I don't know. Anyway, whatever.
So that's your bet?
Yeah, that's my bet.
Okay.
Great.
You didn't give us any information about Pompeii. I just want to
No. Well, that was
Zero.
when I thought when I asked for like a fun fact about Pompeii that I was going to get something sick.
Yeah.
I got something about Herculean fucking
outdoor.
outdoor. Well, their living rooms were outdoors.
It's just a different style of architecture.
Cool.
Which is the
what
main
the fuck's
thing.
that got to do with Pompeii?
Because it's like the main suburb in Pompeii, kind of just off it a little bit.
and they had outdoor living
But
rooms.
do you think Eddie was asking about the architecture of the
Where do
time?
you
or
think
about, like,
atriums
the
come from? Where do you
volcanoes?
think atriums come from?
What, indoor gardens?
From fucking the architecture around there.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Millennium or from Pompeii?
You had an atrium in your own house, so you should have been thinking, fucking, thank
That's not my
God.
fucking-
But where
the
did
Pompeians
but
for
they
this
got it from
fucking
some? They
atrium.
got it from somewhere.
Yeah,
though.
well,
No, they invented
that's not.
it.
No, it's not original.
Yeah,
work.
it is.
No.
You don't even know. You're just saying atrium now. You're fucking all over the
I'll
map.
type it in, where were
Yeah,
atriums
you do that,
invented?
buddy. Sean Johnson, 2 or more. For me, like Shawnee, and that's kind of it, dude.
You
That's
like
it.
Shawnee and that's
I like
it.
Shawnee. I'm looking for some value. Shawnee's been scoring this year, so I've gone Shawnee 2+, 1150.
Cute.
A lightning bet, because he did it last week, didn't he?
Fuck, did he score 2 last
Yeah,
week?
he scored 2 last week.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lightning bet. Or it's an Oliver Twisty sort of, but I didn't get Oliver Twisty last week, I guess. So it was more a lightning.
Is it a lightning? Because lightning doesn't strike twice.
Yeah, but Oliver
hoping.
Twist, you would have got the bet.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's not Oliver Twist. If I
Your
got
hope-
it last week.
Yeah, Oliver Twist is you just had it.
Yeah.
Lightning is like, it's gone, does lightning
Does
strike
lightning
twice.
strike, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a lightning bet.
Lightning back. Okay.
Lightning strike in the sense that he hasn't scored back-to-back doubles in his career, but
Well, lightning, we don't know if it's struck in the same place twice either, so we're hoping. That's fucked though.
Mine's technically a lightning bat as well because Appy and DWZ both scored last week. That's what I'm looking for. 784. Appy provides plenty of value for a guy that fucking pops up and scores semi-regularly. If you're going through blokes at your $30s, $40s, I'm only putting DWZ in there because I believe in him and I'm just trying to juice my price a little bit.
Yep.
But Appy provides value that I'm not going to walk past. Look for value this weekend, punters. Look for value.
Look for value. Sebo, you might have some sort of an atrium update for us. So you
Atrium. Yep, here we
feverishly
are.
fucking-
Wikipedia, go to Atrium, and what you'll see, a painting of Pompeians. Right there, look at that. There we go.
Well,
look at
is
that
like someone
architecture.
saying something, or are they just showing that there were atriums in
Yeah,
Pompeii?
no, it's all like the architecture around
Find me
there.
the sentence
It's
where they
kind of
say that
like,
they
you know,
invented it.
the
Read
Florence
the fucking
and the
sentence
Renaissance.
where they say they invented it.
Comment. They were a common feature in ancient Roman dwellings.
Yep, and Pompeii was the main Roman dwelling.
Okay, so you've just
Outside of Rome, or
Well, like, you guys aren't understanding.
Wouldn't the
Pompeii
main- wouldn't-
dwelling.
Mr. fucking Pompeii over here hasn't given us a single fucking Pompeii fact yet.
also look at this. That's a reimagining of an atrium in Pompeian Domus. That's fucking.
That's got a roof, bro.
That's got a roof, mate. That's roofed
Fucking
up.
Roofless.
Yeah, with the atrium. You know what an atrium
Nah,
is?
mate, you're off your head. You're off your head. One of the great fucking wool pools all time. He's trying to fucking steal Pompeii valor.
Yeah.
Kid doesn't know what he's talking about. Swamp Man has got DWZ, Metcalf, and Ford anytime. 11:22. Let's move on. Fish and the Roosters are up next at Allianz. The Roosters $1.33. The Fish. So are there no more soccer matches on?
I think they've moved to the big stadiums now. Like, yeah.
Roosters are $1.33. The Fish $3.35. The line 9.5. Over under 47.5. Monsieur Courbet.
Big on the Roosters here. They've won 15 of their last 16 games against bottom 8 teams at home. On the Dolphins side, they have only won 3 of their 11 night games as the underdog. So really do like the Roosters here, even to cover that minus 9.5 line. For try scorers, the right edge is scoring the most points for the Roosters this season, and the left edge is leaking the most points for the Dolphins. So you're looking at Suoli'i or Manu here. I'm more leaning towards Joey here. 1, arguably hotter. 2, bang last week. And 3, here's the better value at $2.50.
Fuck yeah, Rando.
Yep. Look, I'm just going to Zarko 2+ because I had him in 2+ last week, along with another 2+, and he scored like the first 3 tries or something like that. I just feel a motor in a Zarko 2+. This game doesn't inspire me. I don't know. I mean, this is just it's not a spoon bowl, but it's one of those games where it just doesn't mean anything, right?
At this stage of the year, it means particularly nothing because neither side will be making the finals, and you're basically just spinning your wheels.
Yeah, like
Stuck in the mud sort of stuff.
Yeah, stuck in the mud. Yeah, just no one to swim under you. Is that how you get out of the mud? Like the kids' game where you're stuck in the mud and then you're frozen and someone goes under your legs?
Yes.
You've got to walk across your legs.
Yes, I believe you're right.
All the kids who are potentially saving you they're waiting for the finals. They're over there.
Yeah, they're all stuck. You got no one. Just the guy that's in.
There were what an innocence it was that in like a period of your life, you know, you'd spend time playing stuck in the mud at school.
Yeah, great game.
Nothing to worry about except fuck how close is recess.
Dude, like, hey, what do you want
I've
to do?
got a serious lunchbox today.
What do you want to do today? Let's go play stuck in the mud for fucking hours.
Probably not hours, but I get the point.
I reckon it could have been.
Well, how long was lunch? 50 minutes?
Hour? 2 hours, 3 hours.
Well, at our school, after school, we just had to spend like a couple hours running around.
That's true,
remember?
actually. We had to
Picked
burn
up
off
like
some fuel
5.
post-school.
And it was tough if you were playing brandings because there was like 120 acres or something. And so if you're fucking got the ball.
And your friends basically turned on you and just stopped playing brandings when you hid somewhere, then you're in a hole.
So what you did after school care?
It wasn't after school care.
No, you just had to, like, you weren't allowed to sit in the classroom. You had to, like, go out into the like, wilderness and play for 2 hours every day.
Instead of class?
No, this is like
after
you got picked up at 5.
Yeah.
Oh, edge. That's edge.
It was actually pretty fucking dope, to be honest. Like, but it was like enforced, which was weird. I think it's the first time I actually met him, but Dylan Napa last night met him at the fucking
He was running around.
premiere, and
Big puppy.
he's returning to the fucking side this week. 2 years out of the game, so I've got him for an anytime at 9:25. That's a big puppy fucking punt right there. It'd be nice. I'd like it for him. He's a good fella.
Where's he been?
He was in. I think he was in fucking the Super League.
South of France.
South of France
with
yeah,
Mitchy
right,
Pearce.
getting that crump. A couple of fucking serious high shots, I think. Potentially rendered him suspended for a while. I don't know if that. Anyway, he came back and he's been just fucking grinding in the lower grades for the Roosters. Yep.
There you go.
Napa 9:25.
Nice. I've got a Zarko, Hammer, and is it Siwa Wong?
Siwa
Wong.
Scots boy, what's up?
Kid could be anything, according to Guru, and that's, I'm telling you right now, that's good enough for me. $14.86.
Swamp Man has got the Hammer and Teddy. Teddy was there last night, actually, as well. Saw Teddy.
Yeah.
Didn't speak to Teddy.
No, we didn't speak
I'm
to
not
Teddy.
going to go. I mean, fuck it.
Nah, listen.
Especially
We looked at
post-Origin
each other.
world.
He said he came up and said good day to Ned. Ned was like, we were with Ned, and then we exchanged a glance. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That's all you needed, I think, from Teddy. You know, we went pretty hard at him during the Origin period. I don't know that you necessarily want to have a conversation with us, which I respect. I respect that.
He also probably has absolutely no idea.
He also wouldn't have a single clue who the fuck we are, but that's just us wigging out. Storm Raiders, Amy Park.
Oh, hang on. Lippy, Hammer, Teddy. Oh, no.
Yeah, I already said it, buddy. That's how we got there. Teddy's got us wigging. Storm Raiders, Amy Park. The Storm, $1.26. The Raiders, $3.80. The line, 11.5. The over-under is 43.5 points.
I was saying in the green room, a bit of disrespect here for the Raiders by the bookies at plus 11.5, considering they have won their last 5 games at Amy Park, all of which were upsets. The Raiders' biggest losing margin on the road this year has been 10 points, and that was back in round 4 against the Knights. So I don't mind them at plus 11.5 for try scorers. Got to go the king of Amy Park, Xavier Coates. He has scored 20 tries in 16 games at the venue, a double in each of his last 2 games, and scored a hattie against the Raiders last time they played.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you. I just gobbled that line up, double staked at $1.90. Raiders love beating the Storm. They love beating the Storm, and also they haven't lost by more than 10, so plus an 11.5. Like, maybe it doesn't happen short, but like if you're getting that line with the history across the losses and their games against the Storm, you have to be an idiot not to take it.
Control C,
Why don't you
Control V.
You Control C, Control V it. Why don't you triple it?
Yeah,
you pussy?
triple it. Well, yeah, why not?
Control C, Control V.
Yeah.
Tripling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I've
It's a
got
good bet. I've been jealous of it.
It's simple.
Yeah, I don't love it. The Raiders have sucked. I get that they are usually, but they have a good thing down there, but they've been shit recently. Like they've been off.
They haven't lost by more than 10.
But they've been off.
But I like that you don't like it because you've been fucking so off the boil.
Listen, that's a fair point. I can't argue with that. The kid's been off the boil. I'm not on the stove at all. I'm so far off the boil. But I don't like that. I'm going the brick 2+, 525. Brick me up. I don't know if I've wrangled a brick. I don't know if I've built a brick wall, which is what I'd be doing here. So I'm going.
How many bricks do you need for a wall?
Well, in a rugby league sense, you only need more than one.
No, but I'd say you definitely need 3 just for the classic brick architecture of just 2 there, 1 on top.
No,
of
but
that
because
gives away brick. That's what a brick is.
Listen,
you know?
yeah, but listen,
or is it 4 where one's they overhanging?
But that's absurd. No one's hitting a 4 brick. Like you just need 2 bricks.
Because you could roll a double into another double brick later on.
You can't stack bricks on top of each other. You have to have the brick
But that's
formation.
exactly what you're doing.
No, because otherwise you don't know that you listen. Put it this way: you don't know they're bricks. Otherwise, they look like blocks.
No, it's
what's the giveaway of a brick?
It's a brick wall bet.
What's the giveaway of a brick? You need 4, I think, at least.
No. Not in a rugby league sense. It's not reasonable.
A brick wall needs to at least be a hattie because a wall is something strong that can't be knocked down. It can't just be a block.
There's to be a hattie at least. If you're
Brick
building
hattie,
a wall.
Brick hattie.
you're building a
wall. What's a brick hattie paying, you fucking dogs?
Well, if you're building a wall,
It doesn't matter. It's the start of a wall. You know what I mean? It's
If
the
you're
intention-
building a
it's the
wall-
intention of a wall.
if you're building a wall,
Fuck
you
yeah.
need 3 bricks.
Listen, what's a fucking brick hattie? Where is it? Where are we? Jesus Christ. Not first, second, or third. 2 or more to score a hattie. The brick, $26 dues. I'll take it.
That's
Fuck
what a
that.
wall's made out of. You can't build a wall with $5.
No, you can't.
You definitely can, but I'm not.
It'll fall down there. Won't be a wall of
Brick,
substance.
hattie, 26. You're welcome.
Munster wrapping a 9.96.
That's for the Swamp Man. We move on. Knights v. the Dogs. Last game of the round. But there's like 50,000 more games in the season, so don't get excited. $1.30 for the Knights, $3.50 for the Bulldogs. McDonald Jones Stadium is the ground with which they will be holding this game. The line is 10 points. The over-under 47.5 points. Rando, what's happening?
Now, the Bulldogs, they have a great record in the Hunter, winning 7 of their last 8 games at McDonald Jones. But this night side, of course, has been completely different. They're on a tear, winning their last 5 games. Obviously, the last time these two teams met, Newey won 66-0, and that was even with the Dogs coming off a bye like they are for this week. Of course, for the Dogs, a different outfit for them, much more stronger with Luke Thompson coming back as well. Too tough to touch the line here, especially after the Knights only got away with the win against the Finns. So Knights to win is probably the best take here. For try scorers, I do like an underdog try scorer. The Knights have conceded 27% of their tries down their left edge. The right winger has scored 4 tries in the last 2 games against them. And the Fox has scored 5 tries in his last 4 games at McDonald Jones at $2.20. You got to take him.
Okay. I think this is my best bet of the round, best bet of the week so far. And I think you'll all agree. I wouldn't be shocked if there's Control-C, Control-Vs everywhere after this one. But I actually like the Knights line. Dogs are shit. No disrespect to anyone there, or the club, the organisation, the players, but the Dogs are shit and we all know it. The Knights are on the rise. They're in the top 8. They're looking good. I hate the Knights, and we've sort of all established this season, certainly Eddie and I, why we fucking hate the Knights this year.
And Sebo too.
And no, you're right.
Like, you know.
Whereas a team,
Support your mates and
No,
shit,
you're
yeah.
right. We all hate the Knights, at least for this year. But I'm getting on them. Not with the fucking -10. I think they can do it against the Dogs. And then I like Ponga anytime. Dommy 2 or more. 26.64.
I might Control-C, Control-V because I was originally just going Shang Tsung bet in
Yeah,
Kikau
exactly.
and Gagai, 2 Forgotten Souls, but I might.
It's a good bet.
It's a good bet.
Yeah,
it's a
I'll
good bet. That's
Control-C,
good, Val.
Control-
Come on
yeah,
over, buddy.
yeah.
Come on over. It's
a good bet.
Welcome. Come
Yeah,
on.
I'll
good
take
bet.
it.
Come on.
Yeah, I like it.
Come on. It's
a good bet.
It's a good bet.
It's easily your best bet.
Mate, I knew it was the best bet of the week. You fucking-
Easily your best bet.
It's good stuff. Welcome. And then
Because Pong is scoring at will.
Ponga's scoring at will.
Knights -10, Dogs stink, and Dommy loves a double.
Dommy loves a
Yeah.
double.
So it makes
It's
sense.
a good fucking bet.
It's a good bet. It's a nice bet.
Swamp Man has got Dommy then Dommy 2+.
Someone needs to tell this guy.
No, dude, he's a swamp man. You can't tell him that. You can't tell a swamp man nothing.
This guy's sitting down at the pub being like, boys, if you put in Dommy and Dommy 2+,
They don't realise.
They don't realise.
Yeah. They don't realise.
Okay, bruh.
Dommy 2+, Ponga Kikau Maju 43-13. Swamp guy. Fucking swamp guy. That's rugby league. Let's move on.
I'm going to check though, just to make sure. Because if you have Dommy 2+ Ponga Kikau Maju and it's paying like $41, and you put a Dommy in there and it goes up to 43, the guy's a genius.
We'll check it. You got time?
All right, so with Dommy 2+, Ponga, Kiko and Maju, you're getting 43.31. If I add a Dommy, guess what happens?
Nothing.
Absolutely fuck all.
There you go. There you go.
Glad we fucking cleared that up. Yeah.
That's really good. All right, Rando, give us your best bet of the week and your hot boys. Do we need to fucking plug you in? Is there anything that's happening here?
Should be all good here. Okay. The best bet got up last week in that Panthers Storm game. We go again this week with the Dragons and the Rabbitohs. I think the total points is way over, but I am going to take an alternative handicap. Sorry. You're right, Tommy.
All right.
Are you done?
I'm not doing anything. What's happening here?
Why was that the sound?
I know.
Like, did they pick that?
I know. Surely they could have just like inserted like a song.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I mean?
why
like
was
on
it
a
that
hold
sound?
music or
Yeah.
whatever.
Is that literally the sound of connection?
Or do we not realise that, like, at the time we're in back then, it was, like, almost, like, ancient? You know what I mean? Like, that was just the sound that the phone plug made. Like, they didn't have
Maybe.
the ability.
But it was so consistent.
Yeah, it did the exact same thing every time, didn't it?
Like, why did connecting to the internet sound like that?
Maybe
I
that's
want
what
to
it
know.
Sounds like maybe that's what's up there in the sky. Because I don't understand how you can like record a movie or a song and it goes through the air down into like here and then present. I don't understand how it works.
There's movies.
Yeah.
Like,
But maybe
we've
that's
talked
the
about
sound
this before.
into how it
About
works.
this. Yeah.
You know what
We
I mean?
did a fucking. I was saying there's bukakis flying around. People didn't find it as funny as I did. They really didn't. But I find that interesting.
Yeah. That's the sort of shit you stay up at night thinking about.
But I'm saying maybe that sound is like that's like almost just been teleported into like that world, right? That we can't see or feel or touch, but that's what it sounds like. That's
In that world, that's
the
the sound-
entry
if you-
gate. That's
yeah,
what
like
it-
if you-
That's what it sounds like in there.
Yeah.
That's it.
It sounds like going through the door. You know what I mean? Like,
So that's what you sound like, Rando.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, that's basically me.
you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Whenever I listen back to this podcast, I just hear that. We'll start again. We'll go back to the best bet. Going with the Dragons Rabbitohs game, think the total points is way over. I'm going to take the alternate total points at 55.5 unders. Looking at the day game records for both teams this year, 33% of Rabbitohs games have gone under, averaging 41 total points, whilst the Dragons, 42% of Dragons games have gone over, averaging around 44 points. So I feel like that 55 is safe. Then I'm chucking in Keon Kalamatangi. Right second rowers are on a tear against the Dragons, 7 tries in the last 7 games, and Keon has scored in 3 of his last 4 v Bunnies. You put in Keon and the points under 55.5 and you're getting $4.98. Then we go into the hot boys. I'm putting in 5 for this week. Starting with Stags here. He's up against Dejan Arce. He's leaked a try to his opposite centre in 3 of his 4 games when he has played centre, and the Eels' left edge defence has leaked 8 tries in their last 3 games. Then we got DWZ, perfect matchup. The Warriors have scored 21 tries down their right edge. The Tigers have leaked 21 tries to a right winger. Then we chuck in Joey Suali'i. The right edge is scoring the most points for the Roosters. The left edge for the Dolphins is conceding the most points for the Dolphins. So going to take Joey there too. Xavier Coates, king of Amy Park, 20 tries in 16 games at the venue. Got to take him. And to finish, the Fox, the right winger, has scored 4 tries in his last 2 games. And the Fox has scored 5 tries in his last 4 games at McDonald. Jones, you put in Stags, DWZ, Suoliti, Coates, and the Fox, and that's paying $20.89.
Hot.
Good stuff.
Fucking oath, Rando. Good stuff indeed. We now get to our unit scoopers here. Edward, do you want to kick us off?
Listen, I've just gone fucking rogue this week. I try every week to hit something. The week I do, it's taken up. That's fine. It is what it is.
What happened there?
I didn't put the bet on.
Okay.
And like it's in the rule book. I acknowledge it. It's frustrating. But no one's hitting jack shit. And everyone comes in here and goes, Zazakis and fucking Ashkai bowls and like fucking favourites and all this shit, smoothies, and it's just crap. It's all rubbish. We come in here every week and it's the same story. 3 from 8, 2 from 8, 1 from 4. I'm going fucking Sua Wong because Guru said last week that this kid could be anything. Well, if this kid could be anything, maybe he could be my first try scorer at $19.
Don't mind it.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. You got to
Simple.
change things up.
Simplicity.
Simplicity.
Just change it
dude.
up.
Simplicity.
Changing it up.
I'm going for my first ever Azaki. I am not simplicity. I'm fucking trying to juice up this season a little bit. Now, I've gone Manly plus 20. Sharkies and Titans, I've got the Titans plus 10.5. Bronx and the Eels, I've got Bronx minus 11.5. The Rabbitohs v the Dragons, I've got the Dragons plus 18.5. Tigers, Warriors, Tigers plus 15.5. Roosters, Fish plus 9.5 to the Fish. Storm Raiders, I've got Melbourne minus 11.5. And then Knights and the Doggies, I've got Knights minus 10. You're going to get 169.63.
I can't believe they brought that in.
It's boosted to 203 though, if anyone cares.
They didn't think it was possible. Then it happened, and then now
They brought it in.
Yep.
They brought it in. Anyway, that's
Yeah,
gonna be
I
my
might
first
follow that.
Azaki hit.
I might be following everyone's unit scoopers for the last 4 weeks just because one of them's got to go off, right?
I mean, you'd think so, but I haven't hit one all year, so, maybe they're not.
Look, I'm just going the first, second, or third and picking 3 try scorers in there, to keep it nice and balanced, to keep it simple. It's AJ, as in Johnson, Critter, and Dommy Young, 23-39. Just stripping it back a little bit. Not as stripped as Eddie's, but it's stripped.
It's stripped.
Yeah.
It's certainly stripped. And our Swamp Man for the last time this week, probably ever because he'll get done for a murder or 2. Dave Fafita, Cobbo, Trell, Metcalf, Tupou, and Ponga, 77-34.
He's stealing a lot of crab pots with.
Yeah, dude, he's stealing crab pots, dude. He's going to get caught stealing crab pots. Yeah, you know what? He probably gets done for crab pots and they find bodies in his fucking tinny.
Crab pot bet.
We moved to the 10 to 10,000. I am Thursday night. I am Mr. Thursday night. I've got Dylan Edwards anytime at 2:30.
Is that me on Friday? Connor Tracy, 225.
Me on Saturday, Joey Manu at $2.50.
And Raiders plus 11.5 to see us home.
Okay, big week. This one's going to happen. No rev-up speeches needed. It's going to happen. That's us for another week. Shout out to Neds. Much love. We genuinely couldn't do it without them. And to the punter and the dribbler for tuning in. We love you too. And to the NRL season, keep going, please. Bye-bye.